Hello, my dear viewers. My name is Olapoji Bamdele. I will be presenting to you today the impact analysis of changes in Federal Revenue Service Establishment or Act in accordance with the Finance Act 2021. Now, use of third-party technology to gather tax information by FIRS. So, in the earlier provision, there is FIRS was empowered to use only a proprietary form of technology, that is their own in-house developed type of technology to plug to a taxpayer system and collect from accounting data for tax purposes. So the use of only a proprietary technology by FIRS has limited them from collecting effectively information or tax information, accounting information from taxpayers whose technology is not compatible with FIRS in-house developed type of technology, what you call proprietary technology. So now, what this amendment has done is to empower the FIRS in specific circumstances to use any other software that will help them collect information from taxpayer in an event where the proprietary technology of FIRS does not work with the taxpayers' technology. The second amendment has to do with taxpayers' right to 30 days notice and beyond. To 30 days notice and beyond. So taxpayer henceforth has the right of 30 days notice from FIRS before FIRS can come around to deploy their technology to collect information, and they can, in addition, ask for extension in specific circumstances in form of writing and subject to the approval of FIRS when they use their discretion on the matter. Then there is now an administrative penalty of 25,000 naira each day that the taxpayer fails to grant access to FIRS to check his record or to access his technology that holds his record after the expiration of 30 days notice. So now it's become a law. After 30 days notice has been given to the taxpayer that they want to collect the accounting data for tax purposes, then it expires and the taxpayer will not grant access to FIRS. The penalty of 25,000 shall be awarded every day till the day that the taxpayer, grants the access. So also, there's a penalty of 1 million naira to banks who fail to make correct and quarterly returns to FIRS on each of their corporate customers' transactions that involve 5 million naira above. So this amendment, what it does is to increase the penalty a bank is liable to pay where it fails to make a correct and timely quarterly returns on each corporate customer that has single transaction of 5 million naira at a time and above. So the old penalty was 500,000 naira per corporate customer, but it has been increased from 500,000 to 1 million naira per corporate customer. So you have to know, as individual or corporate entities, when you do transactions, anything from 5 million above is captured by FIRS, because banks must make returns on your behalf to FIRS to report it on quarterly basis. So if they fail to do so, then they will be awarded penalty of 1 million naira per quarter on each corporate customer who has or had a single transaction of 5 million naira and above at a time within that quarter. So the new amendment again emphasizes how this act and laws in the first schedule shall take precedence over any other laws with regard to the administration, assessment, collection, accounting, and enforcement of taxes and levies due to the federal government of Federation Nigeria, except in cases such as tax or levy is a subject of litigation in the court of competent jurisdiction. Now, this amendment also empowers FIRS to be the sole agency that collects government revenue and accounts for it on behalf of government, that collects government revenue, fees, taxes, and accounts for it on behalf of the federal government. Before now, there have been multiple agencies of government that have turned themselves to revenue generation or collection agencies. So this amendment, it has now narrowed it down to be sole responsibility of Federal Revenue Services to collect government revenues, federal fees and taxes on behalf of the federal government. So now another amendment on this act is that it mandates civil servants and all agencies of government to collaborate with Federal Revenue Service by giving information that can expose tax evasions and frauds. So we're going to see a situation where EFCC, ICPC, and other government agencies and civil servants, we have to collaborate together to expose anything that has to do with tax fraud within the system. So it prescribes also a penalty of 10 million naira to anyone that contravenes any of the provisions of this act. So anyone that has a responsibility under this act and contravenes it, be it a corporate entity, be it a government agency, and be it corporate taxpayers, government agencies, maybe civil servants, and the rest that have responsibility under this act shall be liable to a penalty of 10 million naira where it is established that they have contravened any provision of this act. So the effective date for the implementation remains January 1st, 2022. So you have you need to give us a call for clarification, for some assistance. We'll be glad to help. Just look at the contacts, the numbers and the emails on the screen and reach out to us today. Thank you very much. Until we meet next time, my name remains Solapo Bamdele. Bye for now.